Hello, and thanks for joining me for this video, where we'll look at another issue some people are having with macOS Sonoma. It involves one of the most important technologies any of us uses, Wi-Fi. Think about all the things you need Wi-Fi for. Just about any application you use on your Mac now needs an internet connection for something. If you want to stream music, watch YouTube videos, or check social media, you need an internet connection, and that usually means Wi-Fi. So when your Wi-Fi isn't working properly, it's a big issue. In this video, we'll show you step-by-step what you should do, starting with identifying the cause of the problem and working through possible solutions, starting with the easiest fixes. What's the problem? So, the first step in fixing any problem, including Wi-Fi issues, is to figure out what's causing the problem. If it's just affecting one application, then it could be that application. If it's just affecting your Mac and not the other devices on your Wi-Fi network, it could be your Mac. And if it's affecting all the devices in your Wi-Fi network, it could be your router or your broadband provider. Once you've identified the problem, you're one step closer to fixing it. The simplest Wi-Fi issues to fix are the ones that only affect the application you're using. You can check that by launching another web browser and checking if that connects okay. If it does, it's likely to be the application you're having trouble with that's at fault. For example, Chrome quite often has problems loading pages. To fix an application-specific problem, just restart the app. If that doesn't work and it's a web browser, you could try emptying the browser's cache. You can usually find an option to do that in the browser's privacy and security settings. If the Wi-Fi issues you're having with Sonoma affect more than one application, the next step is to switch Wi-Fi on your Mac off and then on again. Yes, it's the oldest advice in the book. So old, it's a cliche. But it works. Click the Wi-Fi icon in the menu bar or in Control Center. Toggle the switch to off. Wait a few seconds and switch it on again. If turning Wi-Fi off and then on again doesn't fix the problem, reboot your Mac. Restarting can fix all kinds of problems because it clears out temporary files and runs checks on your startup disk. If nothing so far has worked, grab your phone or tablet and check if they can connect to Wi-Fi and the internet. If not, you know the problem is either with your Wi-Fi router or your broadband provider's network. Make sure the cable between your router and broadband socket is connected securely. Restart your router and wait for it to reset. Try moving your router away from any walls, ceiling, or electrical equipment if you can. If you're still having issues, check with your broadband provider to see if their network has a fault in your area. But if your other devices do work, then we're back to focusing on your Mac to find a solution. But don't worry, there's still a few things we can try. The next thing to try is clearing something called the DNS cache. DNS, or Domain Name Service, is like a directory your Mac uses to match web addresses with IP addresses so it can connect to websites. It stores the data in a cache so it doesn't have to look it up every time you want to visit a website. But sometimes that cache gets corrupted, and we need to clear it. The easiest way to do that is to use CleanMyMac X's maintenance module. It makes it really easy to clear DNS cache with just a few clicks. Best of all, you can download CleanMyMac X for free. The link is in the description. Once you've downloaded and installed it, just choose the maintenance module, select Flush DNS Cache, and click Run. If flushing the DNS cache doesn't work, the problem could be your service provider's DNS server, which your Mac is probably using to look up IP addresses. To test that, you can switch to Google's DNS servers. Go to System Settings, choose Wi-Fi, then click the I. Click DNS. Use -sign to remove existing DNS address. Click plus and type 8.8.8.8. Press OK. Quit System Settings. Now try and use the internet on your Mac again. If it still doesn't work, try renewing the DHCP lease. DHCP is the system that your router uses to allocate your Mac an IP address. Without an IP address, your Mac can't connect to the internet. In System Settings, choose Wi-Fi, click the I, choose TCP/IP, and click Renew DHCP Lease. If none of the things we've tried so far work, the final option is to reinstall macOS Sonoma. To do that, restart in recovery mode, hold down the power button on an Apple Silicon Mac or Command R on an Intel Mac, and choose Reinstall macOS Sonoma from the menu. Thanks for watching. I hope the tips I showed you worked and that you have no more Wi-Fi issues with Sonoma.